What's going on? Yeah, if you can't tell right now, I have this problem. I'm suffering from this problem. This problem I'm suffering from is called boredom of reality. Yes, I am bored of reality. It's official now. I'm just saying it. If you should watch that True News broadcast over there about the USS Liberty, because guess what? USS Liberty and 9/11 have a lot of the same similarities. You know, telling people to stand down, jam signals. You know, the moment I heard that my SOS signal was jammed, I would immediately think inside job, the government sold me out, all the above. How does not the average person have that go through their mind when they hear that their signals have been jammed on an advanced military warship? Think about it, because I know that's immediately what I would have thought of when I heard my signals for the SOS were jammed. It's pretty incredible, but let's continue on. So not only that, let's talk about two unmarked planes. What else do we know was hit supposedly by two planes? Well, technically the tower, it was two planes, two towers were hit, but three towers fell. One of those towers was not hit without a plane, and then supposedly a plane hit the Pentagon. Is that what that's what the story is? That's what they want you to believe. When we all know it was directed energy weapons. We all know it was a government inside job. We all know we've seen the dancing Israeli photos right now. How powerful is this right now? Just think about the universe right now. So we have the universe showing us the FOIA request with the dancing Israelis. Then on Memorial Day, we have over here. Let's think about all the like little Moshiach in between, you know, over here with DeSantis in Florida. Oh my goodness. So we have, and then here on Memorial Day, we have on the True News broadcast over here on the USS Liberty, this guy, this veteran, he's telling his story. Unbelievable. Could you imagine? Trust me, everything he's saying about them threatening them and stuff like that, it's all true. They all lie to you. They all try to, like, you know, assert their rank and power over you. Oh, what's it called when they use their rank to get advantages over people, like having sex with the females and stuff like that? Fraternization. There you go. They kind of have that fraternization thing going. So, you know, they use their rank in their little clubs over here. How many videos have I made about all their little clubs that they do to, you know, decide who gets awards, because those awards, they're worth points towards promotion, right? So you could give your like little DS buddies over there all those kind of awards, all those bronze stars and stuff like that. This is how they corrupt everything. So they give them all the awards, they get all the extra points and everything, so they don't need to study, they don't need to do anything, because that's enough to get you promoted alone. Just stack it up on maxing those out right there, just trying to get it. You should see people over there trying to SD for as many awards as they can get, just so they can max their points out and not have to do any, trying to get that rank guaranteed, pretty much, is what you're saying. And I'm pretty sure, without 100%, without a doubt, that there is some kind of scam within the military and their rank system alone when they send that test away for 6 months, almost to a year before it's graded. It doesn't take that. It's a Scantron, for crying out loud. I know 100% without, because this is how they can get their agenda through. This is how they can get all their firsts. You can't have your firsts unless you can rig the system and control who gets promoted and who is put in those positions. They do this. They have all their councils. They have all their like little SD environments. They have all their like little clubs that if you don't do, let's talk about the Filipino mafia. If you work with Filipinos, you know exactly what the MF I'm talking about. Think about that on an elevated level within the military. There are so many cliques, mafia scams going on in there. It is unbelievable. That's how I know. Just like how we see here in the civilian world and everything else, how it's so blatant. Because, you know, they control that, so they can lie to everyone in their face. But it would be a huge scandal within the military if it found out that they were actually gaming the rank system, because I can almost prove 100% without it. Because look at the social experiment and everything. All that stuff that they push on. They wouldn't work unless they cheated, just like the stock market and everything else. It doesn't work unless you cheat. When you really analyze these things, like, let's look at InfoWars for a second. One good YouTube video, if you got their banking information, and if it really did turn out that, let's say, Don Jr. and all these other political yahoos are donating to InfoWars and getting that as some kind of tax write-off, well, you better believe that would be a scandal. That would piss a whole lot of people off. That would be unbelievable. So much for independent free speech, my ass. You're being pretty much subsidized by the American people through donations and all that tax can BS over here. You're pretty much like siphoning off the thing you claim to hate. That's what's so incredible about that. One video like that would be the end of Alex Jones and InfoWars because he shilled and lied so hard. Just think about it. That's how you know things are fake. When you get one video something, it's done. But let's think about that for a second. Let's think about the USS Liberty. Let's think about how the Israelis, how we're siphoned off of. Why do we keep giving them their money? They're a rising global superpower over here. Why do they keep needing money? Why do they keep needing protection in the Middle East over there if they're a rising global superpower? It's funny, right? I did one video. It was getting massive exposure. Then the other video about the dancing Israelis pretty much cut in half. Unbelievable. But let's go backtrack more so to the scam of the military, our society, civilian world, boredom with our lives. What can we do to combat these things? Because I don't know what to do to combat these things. I've been trying to tell people, help people out, trying to do whatever, but nobody really cares because they don't really want to change anything, apparently. Because, people are content and happy being on the hamster wheel and everything. Just like Tucker Carlson doesn't really talk about anything. Haven't you noticed that? All of his little segments are pretty basic and mind control-ish and everything. So that's why I don't really understand what's going on with that whole... All these people want... Well, I actually think that Tucker is starting to become a walrus. Because he surely is acting like a walrus. I've already mentioned this too multiple times. He would do way more damage if he would up and left Tory News and started his own, up-tuck subscription or something like that. Then he could actually say what's really on his mind. Maybe really push for ending endless foreign wars and the slaughter of Americans who don't need to die. Just like Mike Pence saying in that speech. How sick is that? That someone like Mike Pence would never serve on the battlefield or anything, but he'll be more than happy to get behind a podium and a microphone and tell Americans that you will die for America someday. What a utter and blatant lie. If we actually ended these endless foreign wars over here and actually ended these battles and actually regrouped, regathered, and rebuilt and started doing some maintenance around here, no one would actually be having to lose their life or anything until a real war actually happened. Then yeah, and then when you're the first one out there and you're getting ready to leave your armies, you can say, yeah, we're getting ready to die for America. Notice how he didn't say, we didn't get ready to die. Notice how he said, you're gonna die for America someday. Who's gonna point that one out? You won't see anyone in the Zionist media point that one out. Just like Mark Levin shilling for Ben Shapiro. Nobody likes Ben Shapiro. But yet there's Mark Levin, the other happy warhawk Zionist, running full defensive cover for the Israeli propagandist himself. Unbelievable. See, these are the kind of videos that people want. But yet, they're shadow banned. They're censored. No. Why is that? We could go into forever. It's all the establishment talking points pretty much on why that is. That's what's so dumb. See, they want to turn everything into a little political situation so they can always have their little sick control over it, because that's what it really comes down to. Is having their sick little control, their hands and everything, their tentacles reaching into everybody's pockets and pulling out blood money. Unbelievable. Let's see, what else can we talk about here? I already talked about the sickness, and then, be careful with that one article, too, because, that whole rape stuff, a lot of women in the military are evil and do know that they have that kind of power. That's why I'm saying that feminist garbage, to where if they do lie and say that some dude raped them, bro, you are guilty. It's just like that Donald Trump treatment. Good luck. Good luck. You're not POTUS. That's why it's so effed up right now. That's why women shouldn't even be in the military in the first place. Those scenarios wouldn't even occur if they weren't even allowed to serve in the first place. See, and then let's think about this. How about we start ending military housing? How about we start kicking out all these fat, stupid wives? How about we actually start increasing the American wage over here? How about we actually start getting serious and building a wall? Where are the real leaders? I mean, you heard it all day. I'm also one of those people, too, by the way, who don't really believe in holidays and vacations and stuff. I'm more content with going to work, you know, and then, you know, having the rest of the day to do whatever. I don't really care about all those holidays and stuff. But that's a discussion for another time. I'm not saying don't take a vacation or anything. I'm just saying that I never really took one, so you're not going to get any sympathy from me or anything like that. I would be there. That's how you know. But anyway, let's continue on. What else? We have 4 more minutes because, you know, our allotted YouTube gods and everyone else says that you can only get 14 minutes of free speech allowed. And, oh, well, if they let you even put it, you have to be careful with what you put out there. What you say, like talking about dancing Israelis, the USS Liberty, having the Wikipedia things come up, and pretty much, if you actually read it, it does say right there before they change it. That's why I took a screenshot of it. It does say Israel attacked. It does say that right before the cutout, so it is pretty funny if you take it in a kind of sense of humor that's from another world, just like how they had those viruses they created. Oh yes, if you go there, I forget what 2 videos they are, but if they're within that time frame, which I think they were deleted. And you know, I didn't save a lot of those videos because I trusted. I accidentally made the mistake of trusting people like Mike Adams and InfoWars that they weren't going to delete videos and stuff like that. But you know, nobody has principle or anything, so it doesn't matter. We'll just bring it up right here. Right now. Dancing Israelis. Anyway, we're just going to cut it out there, so let's leave it here, and we'll see you again, YouTube, because I feel like some people are just like, well, you know, well, what about the other, well, the other videos are coming when, you know, I feel like interesting stuff is going to be talked about when I just feel like, you know, maybe I will put another little video at the end of this. It's a portable toilet that will make you laugh. How about that?